Amos burst onto the international music scene with her ballad, Silent, all these years. But she has been very talkative for the flip side. Here is Steve Wright in London.
Thank you, Brooke. Welcome to London. This is The Flip Side, and as you can see today, we're at London's famous Royal Albert Hall. Royal Albert Hall. How many times have you played London before? Because this is a very important venue, isn't it, the Royal Albert Hall?
Really special to play here. It's a feeling more than, I don't know all the history, but when you come out and look up at the boxes and stuff, I think you feel ghosts and you feel different people's personalities that, you know, have come and gone, but you don't know who they are, and, you know, it's just rich.
Yeah.
Place.
Are you still the cornflake girl at the piano? Is that image still very much
I never was the I was the raisin girl. We don't like cornflake girls. They stab their friends in the back.
Do they?
Yes, they do.
But you know what I mean? Are you more out front now, or are you still there at the piano?
I think it's about balance. You know, I'm really connected to the piano, not just as an instrument, but I love her as a soul, as a being.
Did you say you love her?
Yeah, I love her. The concept of piano I see as a her, sort of like
Do you?
People see ships as hers.
Do you think all pianos are hers?
Yes, but some of them I think are dykes.
How would you describe yourself if you had to, professionally?
Well, it's tricky because the only problem with singer-songwriter is it does get categorized that, you know, you couldn't open for Metallica, you know. And I'm very comfortable with the idea of opening for Rage Against the Machine or any of those bands that hold that kind of energy. I mean, it might not be right just because I don't, you know, I don't want people spitting as their way of showing their affection. That's not going to work with me. I'll just, you know, tear their jugular out.
Especially from the balcony.
Yeah, no, but I'd go after them with my baby, too. I don't accept any of that kind of crap. And I like to observe a lot, and I think people aren't aware that I'm really observing them. They think I might not be there, but that's how I actually observe more.
What do you think of the drug culture?
I think that, you know, anything that becomes an addiction, anything can be when it becomes destructive. That's a problem when it's running you, when you're not running it. I use a lot of different tools to get to consciousness.
Do you think that any tragedy that you've had in your life, which is well documented, comes to life in your songs?
Yeah, I do. I think it's...
Do you want it to? Is it a release?
It's how I work things out, really. I think the music does something that nothing else that I've experienced can do with a heartache, which is, we go back to Alice in Wonderland. You know, the music takes me down a rabbit hole, and I see the problem, or I see, you know, the sadness, or
yes,
the experience.
I know what you mean.
In a way, I see layers to it.
New #1 on World Beat's exclusive.